Hi, I'm Ashley Kinsey, and this is my persuasive speech. Being pro choice doesn't mean that you'd have an abortion. It just means you think the choice is yours and not the government's. Isabella Rodriguez. I'm going to discuss the importance of abortions and how the decision affects women. In 2015, 638,169 legal abortions were reported by the CDC. It's shown that 91.1% of the abortions were in fact during early gestation. Even though abortions are increasing, less than 1.3% are performed at 21 weeks. Most abortions happen before the fetus even develops. So most women that get abortions have restrictions on when are allowed to have their abortion performed. Being a woman at the age of 20, I've had friends in college have gotten raped and are left with the consequences. Personally, being a woman, I know, personally, I have friends that have had babies as well at a young age, and luckily with the support, they were able to care properly for their child. But some girls don't have that support. Personally, being a woman, I know how much the body can change during a pregnancy. It should be our choice. Women that don't have the support during if they were to get pregnant early due to rape or any other circumstances, they don't have that choice. They don't have that support, and they could end up on the street. And they could end up on the street with their baby as well, and it's not a good environment for the baby. As well, their mental stability will not be great as well. Imagine you are a young woman who's a freshman in college. Your roommate invites you to this party, and you're really trying to make new friends. So you go. You really don't know anyone, but your roommate does, and after a while, you start to loosen up a little bit. You end up meeting this very extremely handsome young man. He takes you to he claims that he cannot hear you, so he'd rather take you to a room so y'all can talk a little bit better and get to know each other. You agree. Once he gets you to that room, he ends up locking the door. Next thing you know, he's on top of you and you can't fight him off. You end up being raped. 2 weeks later, you go to the doctor because you want to get tested for STDs, STIs, any infections, because you are finally ready to face the situation. But instead of all those, you find out you are pregnant. And sometimes women end up with those and are pregnant. This was the reality for Sophie Reardon, who wrote the book Victims and Victors, where she recorded the experience of over 200 women that experienced a pregnancy from sexual assault. I'll discuss women's reasons for abortions, how the choice affects women's rights, and personally a solution to keeping abortions but maintaining restrictions. Most women have legitimate reasons for wanting an abortion. In 2017, sexual assaults and rapes increased from 19.7% to 20.6%. It is becoming more common, and it's more common to happen on college campuses where alcohols and drugs might be involved. When women get raped or sexually assaulted at an early age or just in general, it ends up a pregnancy that not only go through mental trauma, but lose their education and livelihood. Again, they're not in the mental state to care for a child. Not only that, they could get kicked out of school or have no home to live in. Women's rights are a part of abortion. It takes away our choice to choose what's right for our bodies. Women's sexual and reproductive rights, including the right to safe, legal, and affordable abortion, are being attacked by the government daily. Some women could die from going through a full pregnancy, or the life of a fetus is jeopardized. So it should be a woman's choice, not the men and the government deciding what's best. Abortion should continue to be legal. However, abortion should continue to be legal. However, with certain restrictions based on how many a woman can have, as well as how far along a woman is. Three states have banned second trimester abortions, such as West Virginia, Mississippi, and Alabama. It has become harder to get an abortion, with over 30 laws in 14 states having restrictions on when abortions can be performed. Opinions on abortions are like nipples. Everyone has them. Women's are more relevant, but you only ever get to seem to see the men's. And this is from an Amazon's political writer.